Live from the GSN studios in Grafton, West Virginia, it's The Huddle.
It's a wonderful day in West Virginia, and it's a great day to talk about Grafton sports. Joined alongside by my co-host, Noah Foley. I'm Parker Biller. Welcome back to The Huddle podcast. Today is the 6th of September, and it's the 5th episode. Flea, it's good to see you, man.
Good to see you.
We're back at school, unfortunately. We're kind of in still a little bit of a scuffed setup. Hopefully, we'll figure that out, and definitely not our best looking, for sure.
Nope.
So,
no M&M basketball guy either.
No, I forgot him. But, we're going to make do with what we have, and hopefully we can improve our setup in the future. Just a reminder that today's episode is brought to you by Quality Machines. If man made it, quality can fix it, and Keystone Realty, your key to home ownership. Flea, today we've got two sports to talk about in general. And we're going to start off with golf, and then we have two very talented volleyball players joining us from the Grafton High School team later on in the program. So let's start off and talk about golf, Flea.
So golf they suffered a big loss in a player this year, Dustin Kenna. He's one of the best in the state in AA, I'd say. He made it to states last year. Good leadership on the course. I mean, that's a hard loss for a team like that.
Great baseball player, too.
Yes.
And he brought a lot of leadership to that team, and he's a good golfer.
And he's also committed, to Fairmont State.
Yeah, so that's definitely a big loss for them, and not to mention that golf is one of the hardest sports to pick up. I feel like if you're good at it, then you're good at it. If you're not, then you're not.
Yeah, it's all in the mind. It's a mental sport.
I know, it really is. And I talked this week with head coach Doug Kirkpatrick, who is also the GSN Tech coordinator, if you didn't know, and he told me that last year's team did not get off to a good start early in the season. They found their rhythm later on, and he said that they peaked at the right time. In opposition this year, this team has been better early in the season, and they're continuing to perform well. They beat Lewis County in a match last week, so good things from there. They did lose last night, however, but it's still been a consistent season for them.
Yeah, and also Coach Kirkpatrick also told us that he believes that they are a top 10 AA team in the state this year.
I agree with that.
And he says they have a lot of depth in their roster. They have 10 kids who have played in varsity matches. I mean, they can rotate in and out. If someone's not hot that day, they can always switch someone out.
Yeah, that's right.
And they have the experience and strength to make a run, he said.
I agree. And players like Corbin Knott and Caleb Stewart, who have been consistent throughout the season, that's really good for the team, because that is something that the entire team has struggled with, is consistency, and Coach Kirkpatrick highlighted that as well. And
you always need some consistent players on your team, because if your leaders aren't feeling it today, you're probably not going to feel it that day.
Yeah, that's right. And golf is one of those things that you have to be consistent in if you want to perform well. But I believe this team is in a great spot right now. They definitely have room for improvement. But I think it's going to be a good season overall. They're kind of in the middle range where they need to be, and I think that they have a really good shot at qualifying for regionals. So we're going to take a quick break on The Huddle. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this. Hey guys, Parker here. I want to tell you about my friends at the Keystone Realty Group. When you're looking for your dream home, time is of the essence. The North Central West Virginia real estate market moves very quickly, so you need an agent that has their finger on the pulse and keeps you in the know. Keystone Realty agents are responsive, honest, and will go the extra mile to get you the deal you want on the home you love. That's why Keystone Realty is the only group I trust for all your buying, selling, and renting needs. Conveniently located in the Middletown Commons in Fairmont, West Virginia, Keystone Realty is your key to home ownership. And welcome back to The Huddle. Joining us from the Grafton High School volleyball team, our Keystone Realty special guests of the week, Kenna and Kasey Alexander. Ladies, welcome, and we're glad that you're with us. So last year was not the ideal season for you guys, going 2-18. And just tell me on a personal level and as a team, what have you guys done in the offseason to turn this program around?
In the off season, we had flex days, and we did a lot more conditioning, get us ready for the real season, and so we could win more.
Yep, and you guys lost some veteran leaders last year, like Caroline Wellman and Jade Hall. Has that affected the team any at all?
Yeah, we definitely missed their leadership, and no doubt Caroline Wellman had some really strong hits, and she really led us as a team leader.
So obviously for you guys, it's still early on in the season. Your record right now is 3-5, but you guys did have a good start out of the gate, winning your first 3 games. you guys are starting off better than you did last year. And I've seen a lot of improvements on our defense. And some of the younger girls like Leah Clem and Rory Stevens have also impressed me with how well that they've been playing. How do you guys feel about the younger group of girls on this team right now?
They're really picking it up, and they're doing really good. And Leah has jumped right into the libero position. She's doing awesome, and Rory is doing great. She's such a good sport, and she keeps the energy up on the floor. She's just so sweet.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and Kenna, you lead the team in blocks and kills this season. What has been your mindset into this season to be successful again?
Well, my mindset is like wanting to win so much, and I'm like competitive. Just go and do it.
That's
I
the right
guess.
mindset.
That is the right mindset. I mean, if you don't think that, then what else do you have? And Kasey, I have a question for you. You've played volleyball since middle school, and what has been the biggest thing that you have learned in your volleyball career?
I've definitely learned more leadership skills, like getting the energy up on the court and keeping everybody in good spirits and not fighting and bickering. And that's really helped me with other stuff too, like outside of the sport.
Okay. Well, you guys have looked pretty good throughout the season, and I hope that you continue to do well. You guys take on Morgantown Christian next. So best of luck to you, and thank you for joining us today. We really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll talk more about volleyball when the season is wrapping up. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this on The Huddle. And wrapping things up on The Huddle, Fleet, we're going over to your blue and gold minute, man.
Yeah, West Virginia, tough loss to Penn State this weekend. Lost by 22. I mean, it had all the, writings to either end really good or really bad.
Yeah, Penn State's top 8 team in the country, and
they showed why.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But we're going to hopefully bounce back against Albany this weekend.
We should win that game.
It's a gold rush.
It's going to be fun.
And big news for WVU soccer, ranked number 1 in the country now.
I'm excited about that, man.
Mm-hmm.
We love to see that. They've been coached so well, too,
Yeah.
and that program's done really good in the past few years. But the football game, I want to talk about that for a second because that weather delay, I think that had a big impact on our momentum. We didn't really have much momentum.
Yeah.
But I think it definitely killed any momentum that we did have. Penn State went out and performed really well.
Yeah. They came out of that weather delay and broke up like a 50-yard run.
Their backfield is unmatched, and Drew Aller, he's a great quarterback.
Yep.
So hopefully Mountaineers can come back as well.
We got to work on the fumbles too.
Yeah,
we cannot have 6 fumbles as well.
Definitely. All right, so that's about all the time that we have for today. We'd like to thank you for watching the Hudl podcast, and God bless.